Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the MCOM Platinum Second. We're in for game number 3. Could be 3 in total by the looks of it, because it's just been absolutely stomp after stomp. Well, actually, the first one wasn't a stomp, more like a light press of the foot. Wouldn't you say, Weapon?
Yeah, I mean, there was some moments, there was some hope for the Starcasters in game one, but game two, the Knights definitely kind of put the screws to them, and I think they're definitely looking to do it in game three. I think this is it's back to the wall for Starcasters. It's get swept or reverse sweep has to be the way.
Yeah, but what I love about that situation, we were talking about this backstage, guys, is when you got your back up against the ropes, sometimes you just got to pull something out of way left field and just go absolutely bonkers. And that's what I'm hoping to see here, Weapon, as we jump into Champion Select. Let's see what they've got lined up, as both teams were asking for me, weirdly enough, to be on their team. Fair enough, honestly, Weapon.
Fair, yeah.
I went in and I said, oh, I'll just play Pike support. They were like,
Got a good
what?
fizz.
What?
Man's got a good fizz. Decent Aurelia. I've seen it.
It's all right.
Streams a lot. Worth checking out. Twitch.tv/PapaPike.
Oh.
But the word that we're hearing from Mr. Casual, who is pretty familiar with these players, is that there's a good chance that we get to see something like a Karthus jungle paired alongside one of these strong AD mid laners. Tristana, I think, is very, very good right now, and Easy Life does love his Zed, so that's they go in that direction in this game 3, and maybe that's just the palate cleanser you need, right? Sometimes you just play your main. I know I've had this experience, right? You when you're playing solo queue, and you're playing like something meta, and you're losing a lot. You're like, wait. I just need to play the champion I enjoy. I just need to play Aurelia every single game, regardless of matchup. Yeah, it's fun.
That's at the end of the day, it's League of Legends. It's a game. We're here to have fun. Yes, it's a tournament. Yes, we're in the grand final, but come in for a blast. Like, how often do players get to be in a grand final, right? Like, you just have fun with it. Like, if you know you've got nothing left to give, just give it your all. So we see the similar sort of bans coming out as well, Weapon. I really like the Orianna center ban too. Getting that center off the board. Starving center seems to be way too strong. I'm so glad it's off the board, but Fiddlesticks, Zaya, and Lissandra again.
Hey,
and the Zed,
there it is. 1-2, throw down.
Woo! Big casual. Absolutely crushed it, man. Absolutely crushed it. All over it.
The man knows what he's on about. He's a very good color caster, by the way.
Big props to him.
Loving him since the role swap. But yeah, Zed Karthus, good duo. Gives you a bit of the old damage profile that's spread out between AD and AP, and also not bad against the Vi. When you think about what the Vi wants to do, go in, kill a person. Now she kills a person, she potentially dies for it. So that Karthus is no longer going to be the target. The Zed's not really a target either. So. Actually not a bad little pairing here into what is being shown here by the Knights.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure how I feel about the Yone here, if I'm being perfectly honest. I feel like, because Zed is actually a pretty strong counter to the Yone matchup. So if that's a Yone mid, I'm going to be worried about how he's going to play it. He's going to have to be playing it for very much the late game and sort of like the side pressure. But that's a Lulu being locked in, so there's no AD carry picked up on red side. But we see a Karma also picked too, so these supports are sort of being picked. Karma definitely being a good flex that can go mid, can go top. I'm curious to see how they want to decide this one out, as the Karthus Zed is definitely looking really strong, but the Yone could have some things in his pocket too.
Yeah, definitely. And the Yone, we have yet to see where it is actually going to go. Could end up in the top lane as well. But interesting that the Lulu has been locked in as the final thing on R3, because now you have the ability, in fact, both supports were locked in on that final part of the rotation. So the ability to filter out those AD carries is going to be really big here. And things like the Caitlyn, things like the Ezreal have to hit the ban table here. There's the Caitlyn. And I think Ezreal sure to, well, it actually hasn't been banned. So now you can pick up Ezreal Caitlyn. As yes, Mayhem, we do in fact have predictions. Drop them in chat, please.
Look, should I go? Is it okay for me to put predictions in?
What
do I have inside knowledge? I'm going Knights, man. They're just looking bloody on fire.
It's hard to bet against them, right?
It really is. Like, I'm putting everything I got into them. If they fall to me now, I'll be mad. But okay, back onto the AD carry topics. They're really prioritizing this bot lane, so it's not leaving too much open. Ezreal seems to be a strong pick here. Even with the Lulu, we could expect maybe a Zeri as well, quite a strong bot lane too. Sion being picked up for the top lane. I really like this. Potentially Could be a thing. But there's the
Okay.
Veigar again. They were feeling really confident on that. Masana was hitting mad binds. That was doing such a good
Oh,
job. So, but that's
okay.
an Aatrox. Is that a
Yep, okay.
Yone 80
No,
carry?
I think we've got a Veigar
Veigar?
Karma bot lane, so it's going to be all push all day. So whatever you take here cannot be a Vayne,
Okay.
but
I don't know how I
unfortunately it
feel about
is.
it.
So
Uh,
all right. So the reason I said that cannot be a Vayne is because Vayne classically struggles with lane priority. Yes, the Lulu is slightly going to help, but Veigar Karma means that lane priority it just belongs to you for permanently for knights. This Vayne is going to take a very long time to get the farm she needs to be able to contribute to this game, unless some really good ganks come her way. And you look at
yeah.
the gank setup that's gonna be there. It's a Karthus. It's a Zed. This draft is real wonky and relies on a lot of
Yeah.
mistakes, and a lot of individual execution has to come out from the Starcasters for them to even
Hmm.
have a chance in this game. Oh, it's a tough one.
Look, you got to look at also the lockdown possibility from the Knight side here. They have a clear
It's brutal.
gameplay in mind. If they get one knockup, one bit of CC, which Vi is point and click CC, that Vayne's dead. No
Yeah,
question about it.
I'm just going to say it now. I saw it in chat actually. Someone called out that the Knights drafts are better than some LCK drafts, and to be honest, they kind of are. Like this
Yeah.
is just nasty. You've got, as you said, a lot of lockdown here. Even Karma is able to bring some CC to the
Yeah.
table, and it's so much setup for things like Veigar, for things like Yone.
Yep.
Gets your Aatrox into the back line, and once he has it, he can either go for Eclipse or Gore Drinker here and actually be quite comfortable. I think it is going to be the Eclipse. Once he's
Mm,
in there, he is just going to be murdering people. So this is a fantastic draft for the night side and
yeah.
a real tall order, I think, for the Starcasters. But they do have comfort on their side. Karthus Zed.
Mm.
Let's see what they can get done with it.
Well, okay, I want to flip the switch here now, Weapon. We've talked about the Knights being absolutely god
Click.
tier, looking fair good. Let's look at the other side. What can the Starcasters do to really pull off a win here? Can they pull something? Can they pull the rabbit out of the hat?
I think it has to come from some creative play from the mid lane. Easy Life, we know
Mm,
he loves his Zed. Casual was
mm,
telling us all about it, and this is red on his comfort Karthus. So maybe even like skipping some camps, not conventional on Karthus, but getting to the mid lane early and assisting and getting a kill
yeah.
onto Easy Life Zed, and then spreading that lead around the map. You've not got terrible setup in topside, so you could look there. Aatrox not a tanky champion until late,
Mm,
and you've got something in the bot lane that you can play around. It is a Lulu. So I think a lot is going to be on Easy Life's shoulders here, especially assisted by the Karthus. And if they can get something happening there, they could potentially drive it home. But as I said, it's going to be a tall order with what's they're
absolutely.
facing and what they've drafted.
It's going to be a strong cleanse game today, Weapon. As it is game number 3, guys, we're going to jump over to an intermission. Stay tuned to find out who wins this series or who keeps the series going. We'll be right back. And as we're dreaming of the satay chicken that is sitting next to me, all I can think about is Vayne has cleanse, brain check achieved, Iradial doing his job, but will it be enough? We'll have to just find out, won't we, Weapon?
It's the only way we can really find out with these things is just to watch the game, see what happens. It's
Mm,
funny that. But yeah, as you said, Aurelial, there's a lot of crowd control in the enemy team, so cleanse basically is a necessity in this game, and
yeah.
he's found the button. He clicked the right buttons, and now he has cleanse. Very well done. But
Well,
this is a tall order here for the Starcasters to come back 2-0 down in this series. Blue is going to get some stacks up. So
just
big win.
First strike gaming,
Nice.
baby. He's chilling.
First strike gaming, 5 gold and a stack on Vega. Can't be too upset about that. Has a single stack of what's it called? Phenomenal Evil,
I think so.
something like that. Phenomenal
I'm
Evil. Vega.
I'm
Phenomenal
the.
Evil Power. There we go.
Oh, you were mate. Well done. You
Yeah,
were
nailed
one
it.
word off, but still, I'll give it a tick.
Old champions, I know those.
Oh, mate,
So
I'm just lucky I can remember my name at the end of the day.
I think it's Papa Pack.
Oh, really? Oh, damn, that's a good name.
I'm not 100% sure. Don't quiz me on that one.
Wait, so you know Vega's passive.
Yeah. I don't know my co-caster's name. Yeah, that sounds bad.
Well,
Nice.
we're looking at some gaming.
Yeah, nice little step up there by Lox. It's going to trade a bit of damage back with the assistance from Amumu, the Bane. But This lane is going to be rough. I think this is the point where you really do want to push your advantage as the Vayne Lulu, where before the levels come in, before you can instant clear waves, you want to try and chunk out blocks as much as possible, maybe get some trades back in Blue Liquor, because there's about a level 4-5 mark where I don't think you get to exist in this lane without being under your tower.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I think it's just going to get rougher and rougher as it moves forward. But that's a good cage. As the level 2 does hit, it's just not going to have the damage. I don't think the ignite goes down. Ooh. But now they're returning it. Look, that's the exhaust going on. Locks.
Yeah, but that's Locks. Blue Liquor is the one who has to step up and clear waves, and Locks can play from a screen away. And you've just thrown down the ignite as well on Seeker, which is going to have a very short cooldown, which means you can use it eventually. You're going to draw out some potions from Seeker. And it's just really well navigated there by the Knight's side. They just know exactly what they want to achieve.
Look, we can sort of look at top lane here as well. The Sion versus Aatrox, bit of an interesting lane weapon as it's sort of going to be progressing. How confident do you think Kelsey's feeling on this one?
Oh, Kelsey has to be feeling so good. Like, this matchup is so free for Aatrox. You can see even that last little trade there, so much mobility to just dodge out of anything that gets thrown at you. There's a baby cage again.
Ooh, big cage already, but Vi wants to be in the backline too. Flash, stun, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, double flash.
2 flashes drawn out for essentially just the junglers means that you're going to come back very, very soon. Even has the Krugs on the bot side to potentially look for, as does have a Crab. As a Radial.
Radial may have just AFK'd from the game. Get the pause, that's okay. Classic OS gaming, am I right, ladies and gentlemen?
It's fine. The internet here is sometimes not great.
Does this mean I can have my satay chicken now?
Oh, I think you can try it. How about I start talking about the game state and you eat chicken? Because, not much has really happened so far. We did see just that one significant play down towards the bot side, which has resulted in a couple of flashes blown. And as I was setting up, the Vi has just bombed it straight to that Crab, already getting herself through the camps. That means that we're probably going to see a repeat down towards the bot side as we do unpause. Hopefully no weird time sync issues, we'll see. Maybe some weird pauses. But they do happen.
There's some good bites of my satay. That was really good, man. Like, honestly, goated.
Alright, so I'm actually making red curry, and here's that repeat gank.
Look, this is it. There's no flash, there's a cage, and that's a first blood as Sharky wants to go for a little bit more, trying to give it over to the Veigar, but Towers just doing all the work, and wait, my game's freaking out, I can't see anything.
It's okay. Yep, spectator delay, weird stuff. Might have to just time check with Mr. Mayhem,
did he just cancel that auto?
I think he might have. Yeah, we're good. We're on time.
Yeah. Thanks, here comes Zed though. Zed wants to come down. He could be looking at a triple kill for free right here. They might have to turn this one as Logs is walking up. Use a bit more. The cage lands perfectly. Look at the damage. What are they doing?
And it's Mantra W as well that just gets him the sustain to last through the ignite. That's really nicely played there by Lox, and it was ambitious by Easy Life. And he's actually not even gonna. It wasn't even a very well-timed roam, unfortunately. He's gonna lose a couple of waves to the tower and potentially even a plate if Masana was going to stick around, who, quietly, I just want to say, Masana hasn't been the superstar of this game.
No.
He's had up a damn good series.
Look, at the end of the day, he's been playing champions he's feeling confident on. He's versing champions he's confident to verse. The man has showed up. He might not be the forefront, but he has put his name on the mantle saying, you know what, I'm not going down without a fight. Because I don't think there's been one fight, as we're seeing one with Masana himself, where he said, I won't try something here. And that's the biggest thing in low elo weapon is you got to keep trying, you got to keep pushing forward. And these guys are doing an exceptional job of it.
Yeah, I think he has quietly had a very good series for himself, and not the champions you'd expect to see someone pop off on. Last time it was him on the Veigar in that game too, and traded pretty nicely against you did a really good job of keeping Easy Life's Kassadin down. This time now on the Yone, so maybe has an opportunity to be a bit more of that highlight player, and hopefully we are going to see it as we see. That's the reason why that matchup sucks, by the way. You start charging Q, and then Kelsey just presses his Q, and you don't get to do anything. As Red is up towards the top side. But that's a low Korean wave, and I don't know if you want to go for this one.
Oh, look, at the end of the day, he might have needed 6 or something for anything to pop. You'd be probably trading a 1-for-1 there if the Karthus does have ulti, but he's still level 5 too, so he's not wanting to probably attempt this. But again, bit of a slow game, slow stakes, trying to just get some gold on the board. Veigar just farming up a storm too, doing a good job of that.
Yeah, it's just kind of a slow grind here, and you're even going to take plates as well, just off of the push. And with a Karthus on the enemy team, you know that there's no real setup, no CC coming in to kill you, so you can just afford to be a little bit cavalier, especially with the flash still available on the Karma and the shield to boost your little Vagar out of there, who has the best run in the game, by the way. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, hop, skip, and a jump. Oh, okay. But yeah, Looks trying to do something. Vagar Cage, nicely placed. Kelsey, and they just take drag anyway. Oh, but they wall hopped that. That's the blast cone is going to be enough. There was Seeker, could be taken low. There's the exhaust. They're looking for a little bit more. This could be the kill though. Irradial doing a good job, and Sharky just wants to get out of this wall. Dashes over. Can they go for a little bit more? Ooh, 1, 2, 3 tick, and that's a kill going over to Locks. Very nicely calculated.
Yeah, really nicely done there to trade back a kill. Unfortunately, Blue Liquor didn't have the flash, wasn't quite able to get out of position with the get into a safe spot with the Karma shield and speed boost. So did go down, but you trade a dragon for that. You've been putting down a lot of pressure in this bot side. So I think you walk away pretty happy with that. And in the mid lane, actually a decent trade there by Easy Life. Has the ignite, has the ult. If Masana gets greedy, he is going to recall. But this could be an angle for Easy Life to actually start showing us why this Zed is something that he likes to reach for in this game 3. Ooh,
this is the big thing. This could actually be a kill. Does he actually pick that up? One more should do it. Kelsian Korean Weave. That didn't work as well as I hoped it would, but we tried.
Yeah, he did a Kelsey. We'll call it that. As really nice mechanics there, and it looks like he is going to be going towards the Eclipse. If he's got a base here, I imagine that's going to be a Dirk. No, maybe it is actually it's going to be a Godrinker. There we go. But yeah, really nicely played, and good mechanics there to do the dash W, I think he did, to set up the Q2. So nice display of mastery on the champion, as you're just not seeing a lot of action here from the STARCASTERS side, unfortunately. It's really just get items, get farm, hope Zed gets a solo kill, which Masana shows no signs of giving up, and you're really just waiting and hoping.
It's a wait and see kind of team comp, and that's not what League of Legends about. We're about going hard, fast, and for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then we die in grey screen. But that's also just my personal life too, so we don't have to worry too much about that. But Kelsey again up in this lane, just laughing his way through as we're looking down at a fight there as well in the bot lane. What does this team do at this point?
You just can't. As I said, you're really just hoping and waiting that the enemy team gives you some sort of opportunity. You got one on the bot side off the Dragon take, where Blue Liquor, Flashless, didn't have the ability to get out of position, but now he has that flash back up. So maybe Lox is going to be the target, but it doesn't feel like it's quite enough. So you really are just at the mercy of the enemy team, and Karma is just so nasty in keeping you pushed in. Karthus is towards the bot side.
Oh, look, he could come down. They are extremely pushed up. The cage does go down, beautifully placed, popped up on vision. Trying to chase him down, though. He's looking pretty low, trying to get a little bit of damage off. He might need to burst it, but now he's feeling confident. He can just walk out of this one. As Lox has actually got in. That's the Lox 6. There's the primordial power. Doing so much.
And another baby cage.
And yes, there it is. Walked straight into it. There's the cleanse. There's the moves. There's the death.
Nice work by Irradial to actually trade back a kill at least, but yeah, that just shows how hard this lane is to gank. It was so laboured, and they got the kill for sure, but they traded back so much just to get that one kill, and time on your jungler as well, so it just feels so tough. Was that a flash?
Sharky just flashed.
That's awkward.
I thought I stroked out for a second, but no, I think he did it on purpose.
Yeah, maybe just displaying that he can. It's a real dominance thing where he can just flash like that. You can just do that.
This is the thing. Sharks can only move forward. Much like Sharky, he will only flash forward. He doesn't flash for a retreat. He flashes for the kill.
I think he flashed on the spot, if I'm perfectly honest. So, decipher that one, marine biologists. We've made a new discovery.
Yep. So if you flip Sharky on his back, it hypnotizes him. And
relocated idiot.
And then he can only flash on the spot. So obviously what's happened is Sharky has turned himself upside down mid-game.
It's actually been a bit of a muted game from Sharky. He hasn't really had to do a whole lot. His lanes are just kind of winning by default. So hasn't really had to... Ooh,
wait. That's it. That's the play.
That's it.
Tries to get the fate sealed. It's just not enough. There's the ignite. That's the kill. But look, here's Red up in the top lane too, but he might be able to 2v1 as the exhaust guys go down. Trying to take out Karthus here might be the play. He pops the world ender, but he's looking to sidestep everything. It's just not enough. He has to flash. But here's Zed as well. He picks it up too. Easy Life is having the easiest life ever.
Yeah, nice one by Easy Life. Actually gets the solo kill that we were kind of hoping to see from him. And then just goes straight up top, picks up another one, 2-1 and 0 on this Zed. Has been actually kind of handling that matchup in the mid lane. So maybe he is going to be the win con that the STARCASTERS are hoping for, but it is going to be traded for this dragon in the bot side.
And tower.
And tower, damn.
They drop Riftherald.
Yeah, you give up a lot for it, but hey, light at the end of the tunnel, it looks like a Zed.
But is it enough damage though? Like at the same time, there's a 4k gold lead on blue side, and look, Yone's still pushing for tower plates here. If he can pick up 2 players, I don't know if that was a worth roam.
Yeah, he's about 700 gold behind, so not the worst of situations for the Yone to be in. Especially Yone is one of those champions, right, where he still will just always have his ultimate. He can kind of always get by on that, on using that to set up or to just disrupt team fights, but Zed getting those kills is absolutely what you want to see on the STARCASTERS to give you some hope in this game, especially Easy Life Zed. So have to see if he can continue to dominate that matchup and move that advantage around the map and assist his teammates where it's sorely needed at this point in the game.
Look, I'm going to be that guy. I don't know what Yone's building, but he's got a BF sword there with a long sword and a dagger and boots, with no clear indication of trying to finish anything. So I don't know. Is it just me? Wait, he just wants to go and burns the flash out of Irradial. But here comes Seeker. Has to flash out that one. Exhaust as well. And that's a sad B.
That's a sad B, but it's at least a good flash. You really had to expend that. It's Scuffle and
I shouldn't have taken a bite of my satay chicken as they're going for Easy Life. They're going to be taken out as, dude, back still gets a stun. It's everything you want to see, ladies and gentlemen. He picks up the kill. Not gonna lie.
Play-by-played it, man. You could have
never.
Just say satay chicken. I got you.
That's part of the flavor, right?
Okay.
And it's upper pike can cast in any situation. Ice cold wins. Satay chicken. It's anything.
Absolutely any situation. He's ready to go.
Oh, there you go.
Dive in the top side. Sharky's en route.
Oh, he's so low. They want to get this kill. They can take this tower if they look for it. They has to get the flash away. One more damage should do it, but he's going to get the revive. World Ender is still popped. Trying to get some healing, but look at the damage, dude. What is this? Black Cleaver.
Black Cleaver first is actually a really nice move as well. It's
doing on red too. A 0 mobility jungler trying to knock him back. Ignite goes down. One more hit should do it, and Sharky picks up another free kill.
Yeah, Sharky is going to leave here as well, so that Requiem isn't going to do a whole lot, and this is just League of Legends by numbers. You've won most lanes, except for mid, arguably. Even that's probably fine. And I think it's going to be a Bloodthirster first, actually, for Masana, which is wacky. Makes sense with the lethal tempo, I guess, and Bloodthirst is a really good item at the moment. So I'm not unopposed to it, especially if you're just going to be hitting a Scion a lot. But it's definitely a weird choice.
Look, at the end of the day, Yone is one of those champions. You can sort of build lots of different things, right? You can go
if it has AD, yes.
Yeah, if it's got AD, if it's got attack speed, if it's got lifesteal, it's basically a Yone item. At the same time, Bork is pretty good, but look, he is trying to 1v1 this Scion, who is quite tanky now, picking up that Cinder.
Yeah, the Lulu one round is actually what's a struggle here. Polymorph going to come in.
He does not have the fate sealed. It's up into second. He has to use the E. He's using that soul to get out of there as soon as he can. He's just delaying right here. He needs a little bit more time to stay alive. He still gets knocked up, but he's under the tower.
Bit of a late polymorph there by Seeker. I think if he polymorphed him when the first Q was being charged, probably would have gotten the kill, but not to be. And it is going to be traded for mid lane tower, of all things. Masana might be dead here.
Oh, Ease Life. Could be. Look, if this one does get the little procs off. Wait. Does Sign just ulti? No. It could be just enough as it's about to pull back. He gets knocked up. One more hit should do it. And Korean Weed picks that one up.
Yeah, tough one. It had the fate sealed ready, but I don't think he quite saw the angle to use it. Maybe he was hoping for evac at a weird time and maybe kill, but bot lane's here.
There's a big cage down on Korean Weeb. He's trying to not be in this fight, but they're trying to pop as much as they can. Shirelles was popped to get that extra movement speed. Nice to see. But Locke's is very strong right now. Can we just point out how powerful this big Karma is? 3-0-5, and look at Vi. Hit back.
That's huge.
Rift
Sharky's had an
top.
incredible series for himself and looking to make another, put another one in the belt with this Vi game. Black Cleaver completed means he just gets to fight anyone he sees. There's no real tank on the enemy team.
Yeah.
And even the Scion, the Black Cleaver helps with that. So he just has full run of the map. There's no one who can really one-shot him outside of maybe the Zed if he finds him at the right moment. And definitely not from full health. So Sharky is just able to do things like this, just run into the enemy jungle, just get full vision control wherever he wants, and just make sure his team can keep the pressure up and set up for this next dragon, which is spawning right about now. They're just blitzing towards Soul Point. It's basically 80% MCOM Platinum Trials Finals.
Oh, it's literally 17-minute Soul Point, but even more to that, they are 8k up on Starcasters. These knights are not here to have fun. They're here for blood, and they're proving it.
And Mantra E and a Shirelli as well. They really want this.
Are they? What are they? They're just looking for a fight.
Oh, they're actually just looking for it.
Yeah, they're just looking for it. They've got nothing to lose. Like, why not? And then just blow them up. Fate Sealed picks it up. Masana. They use the wild growth, but there's just too much going on. Poor Seek is just caught out. Has to flash. Still dies for his troubles. But here's Zed, the one carry on their team. If you could call it that now, unfortunately, as they're just too far gone. But here comes Radial. They wanted to do a little bit more, but here goes Vi. She's in the back line, wants to go for a bit more, but no, backs out. Decides it's okay. Take it slow. After taking it really fast.
We are absolutely fine you just forced that fight. It was Mantra E into Shirelius for the Spood boost from the Karma. They just straight up YOLO pulled the trigger with the Vial over the wall. You can see, like, you don't take that fight unless you're this far ahead in the game. And right now it's just straight up wallet difference. You don't get to lose fights if you're the Knights at this point. I nearly did it. I nearly did it. It was close.
Yeah.
The Knights, they just get to win any fight they take, and Starcasters just kind of have to deal with that. Like they just have to get farm on this vein and hope that they can get to a point where they can contest. But the map is being closed in on them, and they're even getting choked out of their vision in there around the Baron. The setup is definitely going to come in. It's spawning in a minute. I think you just straight up go for it and then just go for the throat. You've
got nothing to lose by going for it, you know? Like, at the end of the day, they're still so strong. Look at the item difference. There's, this Karthus is just on a Leandre's and Sork boots halfway towards what seems to be, I don't even know, but look, even just burning the flash, I thought it was a Horizon Focus, but I didn't want to second guess myself. Damn it.
Because he ults people who are really far away, so it makes sense.
That's true. But then also at the same time, like, you got an, oh, look at this cage, so I'm so sorry, I have to interrupt myself. Oh, what is that damage?
So much damage. Oh. Fully stacked Rod of Ages, by the way. He's very tanky. He has a lot of AP. Veigar finally has a good mythic. Veigar mains Rejoice, and he just murders people.
Oh, just what more do you want, ladies and gentlemen? What more do you want? I can't even say it again.
What more? How are you not entertained?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's good to just watch a good slacking, and that's what this is. As we are going straight to the Baron. And I think Kelsey just gets to live here. He has teleport up and available if anything happens, but I don't think he's going to need to pull that trigger at all.
No, he's been chilling right now. He's just having a laugh.
He is literally chilling like Ben.
Yeah. But look, they are going to try and go. Did he just walk into that cage? Red, that's not where you want to be, brother. That's not the space, because you're about to die. And absolutely obliterated the jungler, even while wait, there's a Fate Sealed too. Here comes, oh, could this be the play? There's the flash forward, double flash as well. Trying to get that execute, but it's just not going to be enough as E's life is there. Baron's gone. Whole team has it. There's the flashing cage going for more with the ignite. Damn.
Yeah, Lox is kind of making a case for MVP in this third game.
Yeah.
I think, at least in his individual game, has kind of been the guy, but definitely throughout the whole series, I think Sharky has absolutely been the guy, and we've seen it multiple times. But the whole team is just firing on all cylinders, and Masana is finally getting to have that one game where we say, hey, Masana's a pretty good player.
Yeah,
knows what he's doing.
100%. They've taken him off that sort of sit back, relax, but we want you to play a bit more aggressive. Like, let's run some mid lane plays, and they've been doing that. But again, yeah, 100%. I think Locks definitely is a contender for this. He's just been playing so well. Hasn't faltered, I believe, like once. This man has been in the right place, the right time, doing the right things. And that's League of Legends' best gameplay you could ask for.
It's what junglers do. They go places and they do things.
Yeah.
That's the core gameplay loop. And yeah, Sharky has been doing it very well. Even has the Radiant Virtue completed as well. So more tankiness, more ability to engage on a whim, and he's been doing that basically at every point of the game. Now, Soul Point Dragon has spawned. You have very close to 2 items on all of your core carries. I think the Vayne has to be close, and I think that's the point where you do look for that fight, because two items to 3.5. That's not a huge disparity in League of Legends term. Unfortunately, you're facing down 3 items, so it doesn't get great for you. But I think the 2-item mark on Vayne, like Rageblade completed, has to be the moment, because you're just not going to get another one in this game.
No, absolutely. And I think this is where Vayne really needs to step up, hopefully get some good peel. Let her just think, but she's just sitting up in the top lane farming. There is no late game at this point, Vayne. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you're just stuck in a hard place.
They know that they're not going to be able to contest the Soul Point without the Rageblade on Vayne, without at least some sort of second item on the Karthus, which is really what you're looking for. It's just get second item, then we fight YOLO, let's go. As a dead Karthus.
Oh, look, it's just a bit too much red. He's got no flash because he hasn't taken flash. He took exhaust. And then they go for even more as so much damage is coming out. Wild Growth does land in, but here comes Masana, wants to be able to join this fight too. But no, they do back it out. Again, no one's dying. Like, it's 17-5. What do you do?
Yeah, no one's dying, and people on the STARCASTERS are dying because they try and save someone who's dying.
Yeah, but here comes another fight as
Sharky.
Zed does get a little bit more. The ulti comes out from Korean Weeb. He's trying to stay alive as the cage does go down, but there's the flash going over to Korean Weeb is on the line of sight. Can they get a little bit more as Iradiel's dashed over to the wrong side of the inhib as they're going to get the flash forward, but can they get enough? As here comes Seeker. He's the one that picks up Kelsey, but there's the cage. Another flash burned. They're going for a little bit more as the big damage comes. Absolutely bonkers. Landing the knockup, going for a bit more as they take the second, the third inhib. There's nothing more for this team to do but to die. They're hoping for this ultis forward. It's just not enough. There's the cage 2 going for a bit more. 2 dash forward from the Vi going for a bit more. Shield does come out, taking up that tower. Don't die on me yet, Sharky. You're still swimming forward, brother. As they're saying, maybe we don't end it, Weapon.
Yeah, some low health bars, so discretion the better part of valor here, and just brutalizing the STARCASTERS in their own base. They were just playing games with them. You see how tanky this Veigar is as well, with the Rod of Ages stacked up. Has the Zhonya's, going to have the the Seraphines as well. So he's just straight up unkillable, and there's no good targets here. And they even have Karma shields. So when it looks like Sharky is in a tough spot, Mantra E comes in from the Karma, big shield across the team, and they just re-engage, and they kind of just devour them in their own base. And it's just like, you love to see it, but you hate to see it at the same time.
Yeah,
also, I want to call out Frozen Gauntlet on Aatrox, of all things. Yeah, we're cool with it.
I'm okay. Yeah, he's got a Black Cleaver. He's got the Whisper as well. Like, I'm cool with that.
It's weird, but I'm into it. Like, it's probably that's gonna become a Serota, so a little bit of armor pen, a little bit of damage. We're cool with that. Radiant's probably dead.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, look at that. What more do you want me to say, Chad? He's just going to blow up. Same with that Lulu. It's like, what more do you, how do I cast this? And then he gets hit with an ability. He gets hit with another ability. He just gets blown up as Korean Weeb actually surviving for a lot more of that fight that I was intending. But no, here comes Yone. He's got the ball. He gets the Fate Sealed. Look at this Vayne. She's off in the back just dying as they're walking down the inhib. It is the 3-0 clean sweep. These Knights are riding horses off into the sunset as they clean up the grand finals for the MCOM Platinum Circuit. Let me get a hiya in chat.
Damn. So Knights had some shaky spots throughout the season for sure, but overall they look like one of our best teams. But they also just took the other best team in the season to the absolute cleaners. Like, it's hard to overstate how good STARCASTERS have looked at multiple points throughout this circuit. and they just got demolished 3-0,
Yeah.
and it didn't look good for them at all. It looked like a bit of tilt came in, but they honestly just got outplayed at every turn. And man, props to Knights. They put together 3 incredible drafts, super cohesive. They played to their win cons, and they're walking away the winners, and it's well deserved.
Look, it's nice to see. Like, I think we got to still give props to the Starcasters. They
For
worked
sure.
their way to get here. So really big shout out to these players for doing such a good job. It was just a shame. I feel like it was just the sad grand final syndrome where they lost the first game. They were looking really good to start it off. Like they were feeling confident, and
Hey,
then it
I'll
just
give them
went
this, right?
downhill.
Starcasters are as good in finals as G2 are. Wait, that doesn't even work. They literally just won. Big finals, maybe.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
maybe
take it.
maybe Fnatic. I don't know. This bit falls over when I consider that G2 actually like win a lot. We're being asked to give an MVP. Who
We
do you think?
are. I'm giving it to Sharky, man.
You got to give it to Sharky.
I'm
Sharky is
giving it to
damn
Sharky.
good. He's been so good throughout all the games,
Yeah.
especially on the Vi game 2 and 3. Like
Yeah. He was
little
their mid
mechanic.
laner.
It was them, well, like really good mechanical moments as well, like moments where he knew when to hold the Q. Actually, like walked up with a gank a couple of times and just straight
Mm.
up held the Q, walked past the target to kind of knock them back into his team because he knew that he had the ability to do it. So like it's those little micro optimizations as well as just
Mm.
really good pathing that I think has made Sharky our MVP. Definitely
Oh,
deserved.
absolutely. I think the man was all over the map, had complete control over his jungle, had complete control of the enemy's jungle, probably 15 minutes in, or at least some form of strong vision control. He was working the map so hard, but wave weapon. Yes.
What
I
we
think
have?
it's true. I think we actually have the Sharky
The
coming
man.
in for an interview.
Let's go.
Sharky, how are you doing tonight, son? Absolute cracker of a games.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely a good series. Definitely enjoyed that one.
Woo, how did it feel, mate? Like you felt good going into this series. Like you've been looking on point for this whole tournament. How did you guys prepare for this one?
Well, as you know, that actual jungler entered and got diamond. So I'm actually, yeah, came in from the mid lane to just fill the jungle role, so it wasn't too stressful because I kind of knew the team a bit,
Mm,
and just hoped I didn't get banned out.
yeah.
Actually, yeah, I want to ask about that. Like, what is your main role? Are you normally a mid laner or are you?
Yeah. Well, I'm 100% a mid laner, but like
Yeah,
I do all roles, but I'm like I can probably fill a jungle role for the team, you know. So
yeah, nice.
Fill it for the
Good.
grand final is the best part too. Saying,
Yeah,
yeah, it's all good. We'll give it a go.
yeah,
casual.
no, I got last week. I had to fill last week, so I was kind of a bit rusty then. But this week it looks like we pulled it a bit together.
Yeah, mate, you're looking really on form. Like, how are you? I guess preparing for this, seeing as you were filling a set of shoes. Are you finding the meta to be okay for the champions you play in the jungle,
Yeah,
or
literally, I played Vi, Wukong, and J4. That was it.
so?
If they banned
Yeah,
those out, if they banned them, I was in trouble.
Nice.
why didn't they?
I don't know.
Right.
We were really praying they didn't. We were really praying.
I mean, well, you ban any of those and you give up something else, so it kind of makes sense,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
No,
that
that's
was
fair.
what we're hoping for. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm.
Yeah, Pike.
Oh, look, mate. Oh, look. I guess, Sharky, I want to talk to you about how you found this tournament. Have you really enjoyed it? I want to get you. This is the grand final, after all. Being the MVP of the grand final, it's no small thing. Like, how do you think MCOM sort of treated this, and would you like to see more of it?
Yeah, it was definitely good. It was actually after 4 weeks, you kind of get to know all the players and stuff, and just a bit of banter and just winning and losing. Um, it'll be good for the next split.
Yeah,
Just
mate. You
continue a
keen?
bit more of this. Yeah,
Hopefully, get the
yeah.
same sort of roster going.
That's the thing. I don't know if I'll actually stay mid lane or just do a full jungle swap because it seems to be working out. So yeah,
Yeah, he looks pretty damn comfortable
yeah,
in the jungle. But I mean, let's talk
yeah.
about you. MVP of the series,
Mm.
look pretty damn good. Like, what are your aspirations as a player? You down to keep playing in these tournaments? You want to keep grinding and get higher, or
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I definitely have aspirations to hit diamond this season. So, yeah, just hitting that and then keep playing tourneys. And if I can, if I promote, then I promote, and I can't play, but
then
we
you'll be
just
in
keep playing while we can. Yeah,
Diamond
Right.
Plus. Maybe we'll see you in one of
Yeah.
the invitational tournaments later on.
yeah, definitely
Yeah,
plan to do that.
Yeah,
sick.
mate. So you got some big aspirations going into like pro play, even, or any goals there? Like, what's your ultimate goal? If you had to dream big, no, all the money in the world you could ask for, where are you heading to?
No, I just play for fun. I don't think I'm going to
Oh,
get very
I
far
love
in
it. That's the
playing the
best
league.
answer. That's the best answer. Mate, I'll see you in the LCO, mate. I'll see you in LCO. You're playing for fun, you'll get LCO.
For
No,
sure. I
sweet
think
as.
that's what it takes. Yeah, thanks for joining us, man. We'll let you go celebrate
Mm,
with the team, and yeah, we got some stuff to plug apparently.
No,
yes.
cheers.
Yeah,
Thanks for casting,
thanks,
guys,
man.
and shot Latine.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate you. Well, yeah,
Um,
Weapon, we got a little thing we got to
yeah,
quickly
yeah.
shout out here, correct?
RBE Friday series apparently. Before we go into
Mm,
the rest of the thing, so Revolt Esports OCE is apparently what you need to look up, and they're doing an Iron Plat tournament really soon. So cool to see more of this sort of stuff. Maybe you and I might have to jump on that.
mate,
Whoever's casting it will be awesome. I
oh,
can
for
guarantee
sure.
it.
Yeah.
So very cool.
Oris is bringing out the best talent. We know
Yeah.
this.
Do
It's as
we? I don't
simple
know
as
if
that.
mods can get link in chat. Maybe there's a battle fight, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we could get a link in chat. So guys, go check it out. Maybe even hit it with a follow. If you do have a Battlefy account as well, always nice to sort of put your foot forward and reach out to these tournaments, especially some of these teams even representing the good name that is MCOM. So yeah, definitely go check it out. I love a good iron to plat as much as the next average bloke.
I mean, the level of this tournament has actually been pretty high.
Mm,
There was obviously some rough times early on where there's just weird macro moments and just stuff that didn't quite look as clean as what you and I might be used to casting. But I mean,
mm.
the way that the Knights played this last three games was just clean as hell. Like great
Clinical.
macro decisions. They knew when to take space with vision and whatnot, and
Mm,
they did really good. So I have high hopes for a lot of these teams to a lot of these players rather that
yeah,
we actually are going to see them go higher and maybe even if you are just playing for fun then maybe you were playing for fun in like the diamond sort of challenger leagues. Like I think it's
yeah.
definitely possible and it's great to see.
Look, look. It's why I said I want them to shoot for the stars because at the end of the day, these guys have zero limits. They can go anywhere and achieve anything, and that's what I love to see from the Oceanic region. Now, Weapon, do you have anything you'd like to say, even about the game, or to the lovely fans out there for in the MCOM community? Anything we want to say before we wrap this up?
Yeah, because we are at the end of it. I mean, I just
Mm,
have to say, like, it's been a blast. I have to personally give a shout out to Razy for
yeah.
being the man behind MCON, putting it all together, as well as all the admins working behind the
Mm,
scenes. Been freaking awesome. The coaches, of course, for the teams who have put in work to elevate these players, and that elevates the region as a whole. Like,
yeah.
we could be seeing some of these players go on to achieve great success in higher leagues, or maybe even in the professional leagues. So, like this is where it starts and it's awesome to see. So
Yeah.
I mean that's all for me. Is just thanks to everyone working behind the scenes and Mr. Razy himself, because we wouldn't be here without it.
Yeah, can't forget Mayhem as well, who was
Mayhem,
the
yes,
broadcaster
the
for
man.
every single one too. Big shout out to this man, beautiful soul. Loves to give a good chat, but also just does an excellent job. So big shout out to our broadcasting team as well. Well, guys, on behalf of myself and Weapon and everyone here at MCOM, all staff, players, and talent available, I'd like to thank you all so much for joining us in this grand final of the MCOM Platinum Circuit. Until the next tournament, which might be soon, we'll see you then, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Peace.